This is the story of Alejandro. Alejandro was a humble man who came from the humblest beginnings. He spent the early years of his life working the land, obeying laws, and when it came time, partaking in drink. As he grew older, he spent less time working the land and obeying laws, and more time partaking in drink. Now, here he sits, on the way to his death just shy of his 30th birthday. How did it come to this? Why is he in this strange land called Skyrim, so far away from his home in Cyrodiil? Stay with us to find out in this tale of redemption. Watch as Alejandro finds a way to skirt death and begin his life anew. This wondrous new frontier can be Alejandro's salvation, but it may also take him down an even darker path. As we join Alejandro, he is a man marked for death. In a series of events that one can only describe as acts of God, Alejandro finds himself a free man. Just as his head is about to be removed, a dragon descends from the heavens to lead him to salvation. Alejandro looks up and he sees the dragon coming over the mountains in the distance. It is his salvation. Alejandro is about to be freed by this wondrous creature. And just like that, delivered from the clutches of death. Alejandro realizes he's free, and now he aims to make his escape. The dragon has other ideas, so Alejandro must make a leap of faith, and he does, and he survives, but he's not still clear. As you can see, the dragon is doing everything in his power to stop Alejandro from escaping, but he will not be deterred. As he descends into the underground, he comes across Stormcloak soldiers that are trying to stop him from escaping. This is the first time he's ever had to thrust his sword into the flesh of another man. And yet, he perseveres, and now he comes across giant spiders. The biggest spiders he's ever seen in his life. He's only from Cyrodiil. He hasn't come across beasts like this. But his life depends on defeating them. He takes a mace in hand and decides it's either my life or theirs. So he takes on the frostbite spiders. He defeats them. Looks around, decides, oh, there's another one. I have to crush him. And then he does. He emerges outside of the cave into Skyrim. A foreign land. He was a different man in a different life. Now he has an opportunity to remake himself. Alejandro, the new man. It has a nice ring to it, don't you think? As Alejandro makes his way down the path from the cave, he can feel the bitter cold of Skyrim. It is so much further north than he's ever been in his entire life. What will he do here? This really is a new lease on life for him. In his past life, he was a thief. He drank too much, his wife left him, his kids won't talk to him anymore. What kind of man can he be in this new world of Skyrim? He continues down the path, following this other survivor, this man who is trying to lead him down the path, but to where? The man speaks of joining the Imperial Legion. Alejandro came from the Imperial City. The only thing Alejandro knows is the Empire. He never really left the Imperial City at all, in this foreign land of Skyrim now. It has him perplexed. What opportunities await him here in Skyrim? As he continues down the path, he notices something in the corner of his eye. Some kind of statues. He makes his way down the path. And he sees them. There's 3 stones there. What are they? They have holes carved into them. They are the Guardian Stones. He sees the Mage Stone. That does not speak to him. He is not a warrior, but the Thief Stone. In his former life, he was a thief. That's really all he's known, other than drink. So now, Alejandro has already, moments after stepping foot in Skyrim as a free man, decided that he is going down the path, once again, of being a thief. What kind of thief will he be? In his previous life, it made no difference how poor you were, or how rich you were. Alejandro did not care. For there is no honor among thieves. He knew that more than anyone. That's part of the reason why he's here now in Skyrim. He should have died. As he is beset by vicious wolves, he thinks to himself, how did I get here? Never wondering if it was perhaps the company that he kept, the thieves that he ran with, that forced him to wake up in the back of a wagon, marked for death. He has re-embraced the identity of a thief. He had never killed a man before, and now he'd killed more than one. But what is this? It is a city, or a small town named Riverwood. This is where he'll begin his life anew. You are now witness to the adventures of Alejandro.